In case you didn't know, Disney World food is expensive. Food and snacks are some of the items that have experienced price hikes recently in the Disney parks. But have no fear, because the option of bringing food with you to the Disney parks is a great way to save money in your Disney World vacation budget. I love having snacks handy in my Disney park bag, so here is a list of the best snacks to pack with you for a day at Disney World. Later, I'm going to show you how to get all of these snacks delivered to your hotel, but the first thing I want to recommend is probably the most important, and that's bottled water. No matter the time of year you visit Disney World, it is always important to keep up on your hydration throughout your day. Of course, you can buy bottles of water at Disney World, but you're gonna want multiple throughout your day. And bottles of water at Disney World range anywhere from $3 to sometimes $6 a piece. As you start buying these throughout the day, the cost can certainly start to add up. Instead, what I recommend is bringing your own personal water bottle to Disney World that you can refill, or just having a case of water delivered to your hotel. This way, you can choose the type of water that you want to drink. You can bring multiple bottles of water to the parks, or you can bring one bottle and have it refilled throughout the day at the water bottle refill station. It's just a simple thing that you can bring with you, pack in your Disney park bag, and not have to worry about spending extra on water at Disney World. But I know a ton of people have issues with the taste of Disney World water, or don't usually like drinking water. So the second thing I want to recommend packing is some type of water flavoring. In case you haven't been to Disney World before, or if you have been and you've tried their water before, there's a very distinct taste to Disney World water that sometimes people don't really like. But you're going to want to keep up on your hydration, and if you're choosing to use a water bottle to refill throughout the day and drink Disney World water, what you can do to encourage yourself to drink water and keep up on hydration is choose some type of water flavoring, or what I like to use is Liquid IV. There's a couple of benefits to Liquid IV. They have multiple different flavors that you can choose to bring to the parks. They also come conveniently in these little packs that easily fit inside of your park bag. It's also a hydration booster, so it can hydrate you a lot quicker than just drinking water alone. There's a bunch of different packs that you can choose from. I usually just like going with the larger packs. That way you can have multiple throughout your whole trip. I'd recommend any flavor to you. I would highly recommend the passion fruit flavor, and also the acai berry flavor is one of my favorites. And if you're on the side of the fence where you don't usually like to drink water and it's kind of hard for you to drink water in general, I would recommend getting a Cirkul water bottle. There's different flavor pods that you can put in these Cirkul bottles that can help encourage you to drink water because the flavors are so good. They come conveniently in these little Cirkul pods, and you can actually purchase them at Walmart now, which is really nice. You can get a nice little starter kit. They also come in these stainless steel bottles, which can really keep your water cold throughout the day in a hot Disney World. Let's go ahead and get into the snack options that I recommend bringing. The third option here are granola bars. Now, there's tons of different granola bars out there that you can get, and I personally like them because it's a nice way to kind of tide you over throughout your day at Disney World. Of course, you can not go wrong with the good old Quaker Valley Chewy Bar. I always like the chocolate chip option, and also Nature Valley bars are very good to go for as well. But granola bars are good because if you're traveling with a family, you can always get some type of variety pack, or you can get a much larger family size pack that you can use throughout your trip. These are also super handy to just throw inside of your park bag. They don't take up a lot of space, but it's nice to have during your day. The fourth thing I recommend packing are fruit snacks or fruit leathers. Who doesn't like fruit snacks? Whether you're going with kids or you're going to Disney yourself, I always recommend having fruit snacks on hand. These are such an easy thing to just pull out of your park bag if you're in line or walking around the park or waiting for something to happen at Disney World. It's a nice, easy little snack that you can eat. I also really like fruit leathers. If you are looking for a healthier or a little better option that is kind of like a fruit snack, I recommend these fruit leather bars. Personally, my favorite types of fruit snacks are the Fundables fruit snacks, or of course those fruit smiles. Those are always so good. And there's also this brand called Juicy Burst, which is really good. It's kind of like filled in the center of the fruit snack. I do like sour gummy candies, or gummy candies to have in the park, like Sour Patch Kids or gummy worms. And there are candies that you can buy in the parks, but they are so much more expensive than if you were to get them ahead of time going to the parks. There is a ton of Goofy's Candy Company candy that you can get at Disney World, but that's going to run you about $5 a bag, where you could just get a cheaper bag of Sour Patch Kids before going to Disney World. So if there's some type of candy that you like or that your kids like, highly recommend getting that ahead of time, so then whenever you see it or your kids see it, you can go ahead and pull out your alternate option, which is a lot cheaper, that you have on hand. Going along with another thing that could cost you money at the parks that's nice to have on hand is the fifth item, which is popcorn. The one thing that almost always gets me every time going to Disney World is popcorn. What they actually do is they pump scents of popcorn out around the popcorn carts, which really entice you to want to purchase the popcorn. It smells so good. It almost gets me every time, but it can be expensive buying separate little things of popcorn at Disney World. So instead, what I like to do is actually bring my own with me to the parks. Some of the brands that I've personally liked to use are the Skinny Pop popcorn, the Boom Chicka Pop popcorn, and also Lesser Evil popcorn is very good as well, and that's kind of a healthier option. But I'm telling you, if you've never been to the parks before and you've never walked past a Disney popcorn cart, it is so enticing. Go ahead and bring this popcorn ahead of time if you think it's something that you're gonna want in the parks. Sixth snack item I recommend is some type of fruit or veggie item. It's nice during the day whenever you're eating Disney snacks or eating Disney food, whenever you're in the parks. It's nice just to have some type of healthy option on hand to kind of give you a boost and help you to feel good throughout the day. So I always like bringing some type of fruit or veggie with me. Usually this entails some type of orange, maybe cuties, an apple. I'm also weird. I like bringing peppers and celery to the park. It just helps me to feel better throughout my day, but I always recommend kind of pre-slicing or pre-peeling or cutting all of these items before going to Disney World, so that way you don't have to take the time to do it in the parks, and also it's a lot more messy in the parks. So go ahead and do this when you're in your hotel or beforehand before getting to Disney World. A lot of times cuties do come with some of the kids meals at Disney World, but again, if you're trying to save some money and this is something you want for your kids, go ahead and have it delivered to your hotel or bring it with you ahead of time. Also bananas. I like bringing bananas to the park too. Speaking of bananas, that brings me to the 7th item I'd recommend. This is some type of breakfast item. When it comes to eating meals at Disney World, I know we're talking about snacks now, but if there's one way that you can really save money at Disney World, I recommend bringing items ahead of time for some type of breakfast whenever you go to the parks. Instead of buying breakfast or taking the time to get breakfast in the park, I like to instead either eat at my hotel if there is a complimentary breakfast, or I like actually bringing breakfast items with me. This helps you to save time in the parks, but also save you some money. If you're going to Disney World, some type of breakfast item like a sandwich or some type of muffin or something like that could cost you anywhere from around $5 to $12. And some of the things that I would recommend or that I've brought in the past are breakfast bars. I love bringing those Kellogg Special K strawberry bars. Those are just a nice little breakfast type item to have with you. I know a ton of people love those Belvita bars. Those are a nice easy thing to put inside of your park bag. Also fruit. I love bringing fruit with me. As I mentioned before, bananas are a good way to just start the day, or any other type of fruit that you might like. And this sounds a little extra, but if you have a microwave inside of your hotel, one thing that you could have delivered to the hotel is some type of microwavable breakfast sandwiches or some microwavable oatmeal. This could be a good way to start your day before you even get to Disney World, kind of tide you over for a little bit before getting to lunch or any other meals in the park. Speaking of meals, the 8th item I'll recommend here are some things to make sandwiches. If you're wanting to save money on meals at Disney World, instead of getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner inside of the park, an easy way to save some money is just to bring some sandwiches with you to have for lunch or during your day. I have done this so many times in the parks. Of course, it's a very self-explanatory or obvious thing that you can do. It's really nice just making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or maybe a ham sandwich or some type of lunch meat sandwich to have at the parks. Just to give you an idea, if you're looking to get a lunch or some type of entree inside of the parks, that can cost you anywhere from around $10 to a little bit under $20. So if you're going with your family, you can certainly see how the cost could start to add up throughout the day for food. People have asked me in the past, what are some other options to have at Disney World instead of just sandwiches or lunch meat sandwiches? I've also seen people bring Lunchables to the parks. These are great things to have for kids if you don't think your kids are going to eat that much or eat that much of their Disney food. Or a ton of times I have seen people bring the Uncrustable sandwiches. Those are so perfect for kids and adults, of course. The 9th thing is not something that you can necessarily eat or snack on at Disney World, but I do recommend bringing gum with you. If you're a person that likes chewing gum throughout the day or likes having gum at the parks, I highly recommend bringing this with you because it is not something that you can actually purchase at Disney World. Gum is not sold in the parks because they don't want gum scattered all around the parks or on rides or messing things up. So if you are wanting to have gum throughout your day, certainly bring this with you or have it delivered to your hotel when going to Disney World because you can't get it anywhere on property. The 10th item is also not something that you can eat, but it's super helpful to have in the parks and when packing snacks, and these are Ziploc bags. For example, if you're getting a pack of goldfish crackers or like Nilla wafers or some types of chips, you're going to want to put that into a smaller Ziploc baggie. So if you're building a grocery order to go to Disney World, or if you're planning your Disney World snack packing list traveling to Disney World, highly recommend adding Ziploc bags to that list. Also, this is helpful because if you are eating at a sit-down restaurant at Disney World or some type of quick service restaurant and you have some leftovers, you may want to take that with you for the rest of your day. And they don't necessarily give you to-go containers, so it's nice having having Ziploc bags just in case, so you can put it inside there and take it with you in your park bag. These are all snacks that I love bringing with me to the Disney parks. If you've seen me in my park bag videos before, you know I'm a huge Disney snacker and I love packing my own snacks. But if you're traveling or flying to Disney World, it may not be super practical to bring all of this food and snacks with you, right? That's exactly why I like using Walmart grocery delivery to have all of this food delivered to my hotel, and I'm gonna walk you through a step-by-step guide of how to do it for yourself here. I hope you found some new snacks to add to your Disney packing list. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite thing to pack for Disney World is, and we'll see you in the next video. See you guys.